Good evening, everybody. Oh, I've got them in already. We are back again with another live show on the channel. Friday night, 8 o'clock is one thing only. PD's Football Live Show is back again. And boy, it feels like it's been a while since the last live show, but we are back finally. No,
not yet.
And how are you doing, guys?
I'm fine.
All right.
I love the new shirt. It's so comfortable.
Mm.
The new shirt's so comfortable, isn't it?
Yes, we've got it. I mean,
by the way, people, me and Peter didn't plan this. By the way, when the shirt today like this.
Well then, lots to get through on tonight's show, of course. We will discuss the latest going on within the club. Some of us are a little bit annoyed, a bit pissed off with the news that's come out today of getting 7 players contracts which they should not deserve at all. So there you go.
Yeah, I want to speak something about Gateshead as well later on.
So there you go. And we'll discuss other news as well. And we will have Chippas' rant half an hour within the show. Let's see what he's got. Mason will be here. He's just on his way home from work. And we will have the food picks an hour within the show, and we'll discuss the football talk as well throughout the second half of the show. You know what to do, guys. If you enjoy the show, please do remember to give us the thumbs up. It's again really important we get the likes so people know where to find us in the search results. Please, of course, if you're brand new to the channel, if you're not yet subscribed and enjoy what goes on the channel week in, week out, smash that subscribe button. Free to do so, just help make the channel grow. And please hit the bell notification. It does let you know whenever a live show takes place. Our pre-recorded video gets uploaded as well. So please hit the bell to make sure you're up to date with the content that you do not want to miss at all. And if you want to give a donation, feel free. And if you want to become a member, it's 99p at the join button to become a member. And you'll be included in the prize draws we do as well. And link is pinned in the chat to get yourselves on the show for tonight. So let's snip in the comments quickly. Lee, good evening. Neil, good evening. Michael, good evening. Club's taking the piss, in terms of giving those the contracts. And yes, boys, doing some script writing and 70 million for Alanga for XC. I hear there's been Craig Hope's criminal reported out that apparently want to go in for Alanga in this window. I see Lewis on a bus yesterday singing Wheels on the Bus going round.
I haven't been out for that.
Get rid of the shite, for fuck's sake, couldn't agree more. Sick of the excuses. My favourite baffles.
Hello, Mason.
Good evening, everyone. I had to take my Newcastle shirt back to the Newcastle shop because my Champions League bad right was coming off and they stuck it back on me. Oh, well, that's good. They've got it solved for you. Exploring the Northeast, hope you well. God, did he? Alanga, fuck me. He's a good player, Alanga, but again, Forest will quote a heavy amount of fee. Well, then let's get into it. I'll start with you, Lewis. Why are we giving contract extensions to Callum Wilson, John Ruddy, and Mark Gillespie?
Well, Mark Gillespie's already been done because that was on.
Yes. Why have we given him that? I don't get it.
I have no idea. Callum Wilson, look, I've seen his goodbyes on the last day of the season. He was in tears. I mean, first, I thought that was it. And then I don't understand. Apparently, obviously, if we get go try and see football, we're in talks again. Tim Krul back and Fraser Foster.
I mean,
there's a reason why we're in talks with Tim Krul and Fraser Foster because they'd be classed as homegrown players.
I don't know what I like to know what's going. I mean, what are they seeing in these players, Chippas, that we aren't to deserve that they deserve to stay on at the club? Because I can't see anything, and I'm sure you can't see anything as well.
I'll explain my opinion half of you.
Okay, then fair enough then. I don't get it at all. I'm not worried. I still believe we'll bring players in this window, but the deadwood should be offloaded.
Mm-hmm.
It should be bloody offloaded. Jamal Lewis is going when his contract fully expires. Lloyd Kelly is going now is definitely going on a permanent transfer to Juventus. Gone.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't get why do we need to give pretty much a guy made of glass in Callum Wilson a new deal?
Mm-hmm.
It's just I fucking hell, man. I really don't understand it. Ruddy, he only comes because he's only a third or fourth choice goalkeeper.
Mm-hmm.
Baffling. I'll explain more halfway when I have a bit of a rant about it, because that's my rant for the day, because I'm pretty pissed off about it.
Yeah.
And apparently, one of my friends has sent me there, told me Newcastle can't ban anybody because we haven't paid our taxes, apparently.
Oh, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Fuck's sake. I just.
Mm-hmm. But I said this to him as well. I said, Man City are in getting investigated by the Premier League. They can buy players. Manchester United are in debt. They can buy players. Chelsea have broken the rules but got away with it and buy players. We haven't spent any money in the last 3 transfer windows, and we still can't buy anybody because we're restricted by FFP.
Mm-hmm. I just fucking hell, man.
We don't have any FFP problems. We don't have. I've seen a chart where it says we've got £83 million barrier before breaching FFP, so that's all the shite.
We haven't spent we haven't spent much, or haven't spent in the last window, so our FFP PSO should be fine.
And we've had a player leave, and we've had Adidas money come in, so
yep.
And Champions League money coming in, and the Carabao.
Right, Champions League won't come in until next season because it's the next season, isn't it?
Not true. The Carabao Cup's out, but the other deals we should be getting in. The other what we've got should be coming in the club.
This should be coming. This should be coming
in.
Yep. This should be coming in.
Seller, yep.
And that Adidas as well.
Can I ask as well, right? How are Chelsea allowed to get a shit sponsorship, and yet we can't get sponsors for our training kits and stuff like that? Where's that come from?
Or have we just not bothered to go in for these sponsorships?
Well, what's the excuse?
That's what you've got to ask yourself.
Because what's the excuse? Because for me, if they're rejecting it, I'll just go to them and say I'm appealing it, because you're allowing Chelsea, so why don't you allow ours?
Exactly. Well, good point there, Chippas. I completely see where you're coming from.
If you're doing that, we'll sue you, because you're breaking you're breaking your own laws there by allowing one and not allowing the other for the same purpose.
Mm-hmm.
For example,
simple as that.
Yeah, if we have to, we might just see fitted Saudi Arabia on there. Just put that on the shirts.
Why not? Chelsea sponsorships from Dubai, so why can't we have Riyadh Air or Saudi Air on ours? Makes no sense. Giving Saudi Arabians our our flagship airline or something for the season, and Riyadh Air is what PIF are owned by, then so why can't we have them on our shirts, because they're owned by our owners?
Yeah, Elanga's just average, for fuck's sake. We need a right winger for seasons, man. We in Champions League. Where are these Championship League signings? Champions League right winger. That's what we're going to really need. Good evening, Martin. I'd have Bournemouth. Is it Evanilson?
Evan Nilsson,
that's him. That's him. Right. Brian thinks Eddie's got too much power. Do you think that Eddie has too much power at the moment?
Probably, yeah.
Because unfortunately, Paul Mitchell's going at the end of this month.
Well, it's quite ironic that since we've had 2 directors of football and none of them lasted how long? No longer than a year.
Mm-hmm.
Something's given there, like.
Mm-hmm.
Now, to me, if that might be reason why as well we're not doing so well in the transfer window, because if one wants one type of player and the other type's the other, who are which side?
We need players for the Champions League football.
Mm.
I mean, is Elanga really? I know he's been good cracking for Forest, but is he really what we need?
I don't know.
And again, Forest will slap a big price tag on him because it's the Premier League.
The fact is, right, because they're pretty down the pan with it.
Right, I'm going to ask you guys this as well. I'll ask those in the chat as well. Are we glued to the Premier League market only right now and not bothering with exploring the other markets? Because I believe we are.
Sounds like it.
Yeah.
Because I believe we are right now.
To be fair, we did get a Spanish player on a free from Malaga.
The thing is, right, look at Ryan Cherky. He might not be everyone's cup of tea. He might not be his cup of tea.
Cherky, I'd have it.
Man City are going to sign him for pretty much 20 million?
That's a player we could go out and get.
Delap as well. He was 30 million. There's 50 million quid on 2 players, and that's 2 players. I'm not saying they're going to come, but at least attempt to go for them.
Cherky's a bargain. If they're talking 20 odd million, we should be all in there.
And before this Umbremo situation kick off with Man U, if we've got 83 million pound buffer, just go there 60 million, whether you like it or not.
These PSG fans were absolutely arsehole in France. I didn't pay attention to the fans, but actually, that's a good point. We might discuss that as well. Lewis, do you think you might get in sponsorship from the Thomas the Tank Talbot PSR? Go on, Lewis.
Lewis, I'm going on the trains. Lewis, I'm going on the train on Monday to Scotland again.
Or was it back for work again, Chippas?
Yeah, back there Monday and back
Glasgow
on Tuesday
again?
night. Aye, back to Glasgow.
Elanga Munoz bargain bin times all the end. See, Munoz, apparently there's rumour of link to Munoz. Again, is that a player we need? And apparently Fulham are quoting 50 million.
Sorry, but 50 million for him. If you pay 50 million for him, you need your head tested.
I paid my taxes to HMRC 6 months ago, Lewis, for my production. 2.5 billion because I have many shows across the country I produce. What the hell?
Exactly. That. Just keep going down and you'll see.
Oh my God.
Keep going down and see a few more strange ones.
Jesus Christ.
I seen Osama bin Glance in the chat as well.
That's no way. Yeah, there he is. I'm not Eddie Howe like the bloke, but I'm not happy or comfortable with how at the wheel. He should be not have full control of everything. He needs people alongside him. That's going to help him. Elanga isn't good enough. Eddie loves the same targets. No, Pierre, come on. Come on, Isak Botman. What is going to happen? You said Cordero there, Stephen. What makes you see he's not going to go out on loan? Because he's a young kid? It might be... What if it's another, like a Minty situation?
Yeah, sell them
as well.
Yeah.
And then, we are now obstruct with FFP and PSR, which means we've got to sell. What makes you think it could be him that we may have to move on, like we did with Thingy, like we did with Minty? Yep. And guys, like, why don't we go in for exactly, Joe Linton? I don't get it. You guys are stupid. You know revenue and wages. Yeah, absolutely.
Right, but we've got. Yes, but that's what I'm saying though. If we've got an 83 million pound buffer, you can still probably spend a 50 million pound on somebody and have the wages left over to spend.
Yep, Mason is getting frisky.
No,
absolutely. I've been out today.
Do you know what? Absolutely, we are. If you look at it, Pete, it was Amanda and Steve Nixon who brought all our international players in the takeover, and Dan Ashworth as well. Brian, he got Isak in, he got Tonali in as well. It wasn't Eddie Howe who got those players. It was mentioned it was Steve Nixon, Amanda, and also it was Dan Ashworth. No matter what you think of the guy, but he got Isak in and Sandro Tonali in at the football club.
Mm-hmm. I tell you where I've been today for my lunch.
Oh, God, how dare I ask?
No, Rio's in Judgment.
Okay.
You know the Brazilian steakhouse?
He will, Peter, but we get the players that are the right fit, yeah. Because Mandy hasn't dropped us in it, so we're okay. Well, true. Evening, Tom.
Evening.
He's just on his way home from our work, Andrew, so he'll be on. Yeah. Good evening, Julie. Hope you're well.
Really, Mason's been out of Glant's basement. He's just making his way home for the night.
Okay. Anyways, what does anyone think of the new kit so far? Because I did a video, but we didn't do it on the last show because we missed off. But I think they're nice fit, and do you know what? The material is quite thinner, but I think that's not bad because it might feel a lot cooler in these. Where the other one, the material's a lot more thicker, so you might feel a bit more hot.
Yeah,
but I think there's going to be. At least you can have a bit of air come through you, so you're not going to feel as hot.
I got the players one.
Oh, you did, didn't you?
Yeah, 120.
Did you get that one, Lewis, or not?
No, I got the replica because I didn't have enough money for every single one.
That's so funny. I'll go for it.
Like, does anybody agree with me? Even I said in the shop, even they don't understand. Because you get the Premier League bundle where you get the Premier League badge and you name a number.
Mm-hmm.
But obviously with the Premier League, you get the no room for racism badge.
Oh yeah, I'm not bothered with that. I've got the Premier League on this. I said the Champions League I'll either get on the away or the third kit.
But with that, with the no room, you had to pay an extra £6, but it's the Premier League bundle. You should be able to get that as well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there's Mason signing on his 50th bloody YouTube account.
Oh God!
Good evening, Julie. Oh, I've just any good, Lewis?
I love the top.
No, I think he means the food.
Oh yeah, the food. Yes, lush, really nice, but obviously it's a bit expensive. But it's like really
You're not paying, it doesn't matter.
exactly.
This is a little version. Just got home. Well, Mason's got home, so he'll be on. So
You right,
Oh,
Mason?
yeah, Jim, I'll have them locked in the
they'll be
basement.
getting no money off me until they pull their finger out and stop lying about players. I can understand people are fed up because we shouldn't be giving contract extensions to Callum Wilson, John Ruddy, and I don't know how Gillespie got one because he's never there.
Is Gemma having you locked away tonight, is she?
But to be fair, John Ruddy does travel every single game, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but does nothing. He gets there and he's not even on the bit. You just see him warm the goalkeepers up, and then he's not even on the bench a full time.
Wacky, good evening. I deal with many celebrity agents for television show. That's why I hire Lola, who's my chief financial officer.
Yep.
Why is Mason late? No, he's just come home from work. Mason's having a tug before coming on those graphies. Haven't got him feisty.
I got the Wales game on against Liechtenstein.
Oh, I thought they were playing Iceland.
No, Liechtenstein.
They're getting beat, aren't they?
No.
I know it's Scotland getting beat off Iceland, that's what.
Really? Oh, what channel's the...
I don't know, it's just some messages saying that. I'm not watching it, I've got boxing on, so I'm not watching it.
Clem Wilson doesn't deserve a new... He should hang up his boots and retire, says David. He certainly can't do it in the Premier League anymore. Good evening, Ian. Hope you're well.
It's
He gets 8,000 a week. See, 8,000 a week. That's still giving them wages. And the fact is, people might say pays you play. No, because we could be freeing up those squad places as well.
Mm-hmm.
That could go towards his actual contract.
Yeah, you are. Even who said it on TDR Friday?
I think it was Paul.
It was Paul, yeah. Yes, he even said it could go. It should do as well. I wonder who that is.
That was a matter of time.
This is just give me some of his to share. I want Ruddy's job. Scotland playing Iceland tonight and home bargains on Monday.
Home bargains on Monday?
Do you know what? It is a lot of money, 8K a week. I can wear a dressing gown for $8,000 a week, says Julie. I think we all could.
Oh, no. Scotland play Liechtenstein on a friendly on Monday night, the 9th of June. The Blading Races.
Yeah. Well, Brian's asking you, Lewis, if you fancy doing a voiceover for...
Hell no, Tom. Thanks for the offer anyway, Tom.
Mm-hmm.
What, on Tom's Tank Engine?
No, when everyone went over everybody's heads. He gets exactly 4K for doing absolutely naff all. It's just, what the fuck, man? I thought this loyalty needs to fucking end now.
Mm-hmm.
And it doesn't matter if Callum Wilson has been at this club for so many times. I'm sorry, but Callum Wilson was a good player a couple of years ago. Not anymore.
Exactly. Was.
Was. Not now.
Look at Lewis, man, because Hamilton's got the Ferrari. He's buying all the Ferrari kit, man.
Hey, God, Mason. I can catch a ball.
The only time you see me wear red and white. The only time you see me have red and white.
I never wear red and white.
Shane, thank you so much for a 5-month membership for 5 months. Really appreciate that. Who does everyone fancy for the first game of the season? That's a tough one, actually. Oh. 5 years is a long time. Eddie is far too loyal at times. That's one of his downfalls. rather a player like Kraft get them wages, at least his value. Exactly, Jolin. He
I'm trying to
deserves
think,
it.
who
Kraft
would-
deserves it. But Lascelles has triggered an extension. That's another one to me that should have went.
Mhm.
Not being on the lives lately, lads. It's good to be back for the Banter. Cheers, Shane. That's
I
his problem.
think- Oh,
Again, the fact is...
I knew who I wanted home first game of the season.
Go on.
Leeds.
Leeds, okay. But the fact is, as well, going back to Lascelles, we'll give him he's triggered an extension. Again, that's a player who's down the pecking order at the club. It doesn't matter if he's club captain. The fact is, if he stays, he should not be club captain next season.
No.
It should be given to someone else.
I wouldn't give it.
The fact is, we are going to be shopping in the transfer window, possibly for right side centre back. That's going to put Lascelles further down, because I think it'll be, if the new one comes in, it could well be ahead of Fabian Schär, and it's certainly going to be ahead of Jamal Lascelles. Jamal Lascelles could be third or fourth choice, particularly if Kraft comes in that position. If Kraft had to fill that position as well.
Yeah. And I wouldn't even give the captain to Bruno, unfortunately.
The fact is, Schär's going to be more rotational next season. I think Byrne might be a little bit as well, because if Botman comes back fully fit, he goes in. Income and target contract extension. Oh, fuck, I hope that doesn't fucking happen. Lewis Hall deserves it. Do you know what? He does. He does wacky. Sunderland at home first game of the season. Poor that.
No. I would rather have him halfway through the season.
Well, it won't be Sunderland. They'll put that out in December.
Boxing
Yeah,
Day. Maybe Boxing Day.
No,
Talks doesn't mean done deal. It's smoking mirror. The fact is, the only thing I see out of this, with the talks of the contracts, they might not accept them. That's what I'm probably hopeful, is that they don't sign the contracts. And if they do go, fair enough. But the fact is, we've opened talks with them, it's going to look really, really stupid. They could say it, yes, discussion, but I think I need to do what's best for me and I need to move on. So if we do go on, we're going to look a little bit silly by giving these talks out as well. Eddie works players harder than Chippas. Works hard, Chippas. It was difficult as it was too off low to Paul Tummett. Can't believe Scotland are not beating Iceland. Well,
it's once each now.
Maybe the one
I think we are 3 to 5 years from where we want to be. We just don't generate the money currently to cover the Qatar, but we should be trying to look for these other sponsorship deals as well. What's happening with those? Who's got their Cellar Cup tickets? Yeah, I've got mine. I'm in the East Stand for that game. Fortunately, my area was locked off. Again, like it was the last season.
Then to work this one out, they said it was open for season ticket holders.
It's on general sale now.
Well, obviously, I got mine the other day.
I heard people had issues trying to get tickets. One time, it was either seen it was restricted sales only, or the event absolutely disappeared completely.
But work this one out, I couldn't even get in my own seat. I had to go to the seat behind me.
I couldn't get my own seat as well, which is why I'm in the East Stand for it.
But how can that be? Mine was clearly still like somebody got my seats before me.
Well, I think with those games, Lewis, you can sit anywhere.
I won't worry about it. It's just a pre-season game.
1-0. Wales have just scored.
Tom's just sent me something. He's put Callum Wilson signs a new contract at Newcastle. It's got a toon top on with a skull. It's got a skeleton with a Newcastle top onto it. And he says this year in 21-25. Ah, that's funny, that Tom. Is that our new centre back Lascelles? Shouldn't be. No matter who we get at the start of the season, we need a good start. Yeah, absolutely. Couldn't agree no more.
Oh yeah. Have you heard about Gateshead?
Yeah, well, we'll keep that because a certain person might have a certain moan about that.
Mason.
Tom thinks we might be away for the first game of the season. Reason being is that the game in the Women's Rugby World Cup is being held at the Stadium of Shite on Friday, 22nd, the second weekend of the season. That's it. And the fact is, we've had home games the past, I think, four times, I think. Right, last season, Southampton.
Mm-hmm.
Season before that, it was Villa.
Yep.
Before that, it was Forest.
They'll probably put us away to somewhere like Leeds or Burnley.
Before that, it was West Ham. It's the last 4 times. The last 4 seasons, the first games have been at home.
I think Leeds or Burnley away we'll get.
If we sell Willock for what's reported plus target, we have enough money to get a right winger, right centre-back, goalkeeper, attacker midfielder, centre-back, left-back. If we buy 2 Premier League proven and a rest from Europe, i.e. G. Millett at Stuttgart, 20 million release clause on 32,000 per week upgrade. That's a good point Ruffy's just made there.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's just one of those things.
You need to increase revenues. You need ground and trainer ground sponsorship. Yeah, that's what we need, Wacky.
Yeah,
I mean, I know people said, what about, I know there's Jonathan Davidson named bench and people say he's gone off to Napoli. Well, the fact is he hasn't officially gone to Napoli yet. There's no news to say that he's officially going to Napoli. I've not seen anything. I've been looking it up and I've not seen anything official to say that Jonathan David is 100% off to Napoli.
Yeah, like, how we said, we haven't signed anybody. Technically, have we signed that 18-year-old, as I said?
Yeah.
But we knew that was done back in January.
You know what, Peter? It might seem harsh, but we're still back in the Premier League, and if we sign absolute dross, and if we lose them 2 derbies, who's to say he won't get sacked? That would be horrible. If we can't let that happen, surely. Take your oots to sell matches, you might get a game, says Wacky.
I got thinking feeling guess what's going to happen.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, we can get Champions League football. We know we got Champions League football in that. Just watch, we get playing away to a team in somewhere, and we got Sun like 3 days later. We got Sunderland away from home. It's going to happen, isn't it?
Well, reference sponsorship, PD. We could be waiting for the right deal instead of any deal. That's a possibility, Shane. Like Chelsea with a shirt sponsor, the all went season with no sponsor. Yeah, I can see where you're coming from with that, Shane. So that is a real possibility. Actually, that shirt looks really nice, pal. Says Andrew.
Yeah, but technically, Chelsea did get sponsored for the last 4 games of the season.
Chelsea selling properties to themselves, Man U sacking staff and cutting costs. Both teams are high up the table for PSR. Yeah, I couldn't agree more with that.
But have you seen what they've done now? The Premier League have spoken that teams now can't sell sell the stuff to the sister companies. Why is that? Because we're probably going to do that, weren't we?
Oh, it looks like E is coming on now. Robert thinks we'll get Fulham away.
I still think we'll get.
Chris has had an Indian for lunch, Chinese for tea. Oh God, Jesus, Chris. Joggy's in the chat. Eddie's probably on holiday, so if it's true, he's going to take. So if it's true, he's going to take control of transfers. Then some business could take place once he's back. No need to panic. Deals will get done. That's a possibility. It could be away somewhere, like somewhere the other players are at the moment. Archer, good evening. The newly promoted teams always start with Liverpool, Man City, etc. Yeah. Surely if Man United sacked Masons, yeah. Surely if Man United sack staff, they have to pay off their contract. Surely if it's downsizing and not sacked for bad job. We signed Cordona, but he'll probably get a bad loan move. If his loan move does work out well, will it still end up. That's a point I made earlier as well, Coffee. Probably get the Hammers, usually do. Wilson's on 2.4 million a year. Majority of the time we start in London. Yeah, times we do. Yeah, people say good evening, Mark. Hope you are keeping well as well.
And also, remember, there's one thing they can't do. Like Newcastle, Sunderland, or Gateshead can't play at home on Great North Run Day as well. That's one rule.
Isn't that normally that might be international break?
But that's part of the rules as well.
They were just usually internationals anyways.
That might be. I think that's going to be around about international break as well.
Yeah, but you never know. But you know what I mean?
Well, they will say you're driving them around the Great North one day.
Nah, hell.
What do you think of Muniz from Fulham? It's not a player that excites me, to be honest. And not for 50 million. Absolutely no way.
I would rather get Ryan Brewster than fucking
Muniz. Bring that up.
Well, I'm just speaking the truth.
Mason, how you got the Welsh game? How you got the Wales game on?
Yes.
Anyway, half an hour gone. It is time for...
Two seconds. And I want me out. Mason allowed who did that.
Fuck's sake. Chippas, man.
Right. Shout out to Mr. Galland, who's
Hey, Sharky's actually here.
Good.
Yay!
No, Shotty.
Yeah, right, lads.
Yeah.
Go on, take it away, Sharky.
Go on. What's the topic?
It's Chippas' rant, but I think his internet's having a bit of a castor at the moment.
Oh no, well, I've missed it. So go on, you have to tell us what he said.
It hasn't even started.
I think your internet's going a bit funny there, Chippas.
Chippas, come out and come back in again.
I'm here.
All right, come on, then take it away, then, Chippas.
I mean, it's a Friday afternoon. You think you're not, quite on the Western Front on track, and bombshell comes down, and you look at the retain list of players, and we're in discussions to keep two players who do fuck out for Newcastle United. Callum Wilson came back last season, scores a 1 yard tap in, and looks stiff as fuck when he plays every week. He's got knee strength, he's got knee pace, he can't even walk, and yet we're giving him a new contract because he can't do his job. Now, I'm sorry, but if someone couldn't do your own job and your own work, would you keep them on? No, you get rid of them and get somebody who couldn't do the job. Now, I don't care
Peter,
for the...
look at me. Look at this power chat, please.
Oh, is it?
Yep.
Now,
Okay.
I look at things now and think, what are we doing? Why are we waiting, and why are we stagnating, and why give him a new contract? What's he done to deserve one? Last season, if you're basing it on last season, then he's done F all to warrant it. He came back, got injured straight away after 2 games because he felt his hamstring, and then came back second time, did nothing, absolutely nothing for he got. It's just John Ruddy as well. Why is he getting a new player's contract for? He's not kicked. He's not played a game for her, and yet it's wasting the squad position. It's just absolutely ridiculous that we've had some time in this window to actually do something and get somebody in who's actually going to do something in the first team, and we're wasting away. We've got an £83 million buffer sitting there ready to spend on even one player. We're not even doing it, and we're not even hearing anything from the club as well. Like, why are we hearing nothing from the club? Everything's all too quiet now and hush hush, and I don't like it when it's hush hush because it says to me that one, something possibly is happening in the background which we're not going to like. Obviously, we know Darren Eales and Phil Mitchell are going at the end of this month, so them two are going, and again, we've got no one replacing them. We've got nobody lined up to replace them. Yes, we've interviewed for the vacancies, but again, nothing concrete is to say this person's definitely coming in. And again, we've talked before about sponsorships. What's Peter Silverstone doing? Where's our training ground sponsorships? Where's our stadium sponsorships? Where's our training kit sponsorships? Like, I'm sorry, he didn't find it this hard when he was at Arsenal to get them in. So how is he finding it this hard to get them in here? He's like, I don't get it. And Chelsea had no problem getting a shirt sponsorship and nobody batted an eyelid. So why can't we go out and get a sponsorship for things? It's just annoying that it seems to me as if we're just letting time pass by when, we should be taking advantage of certain situations and not waiting for Man City cases. We should be having a bit more balls about it to say, listen, if they're doing it, we can do it. And if the Premier League block, we'll take it in the court. Man City have already done that, and they've done nothing with their, 115 charges? They keep delaying it, and they keep delaying it. So they're just going to keep delaying things. They're not doing anything about it. And, teams like Manure, who keep breaking FFP and breaching it, get nothing done.
And
to
they
them.
have broken it, actually.
They've broke it. They've literally
They
had
have-
one fine, and they've paid off no bother. So for me, go out and do it. Have the balls to do it. And you know, I thought Saudis would be a bit more tougher and a bit more harsher than what they've been, and it doesn't. It seems we're sitting back far too much and expecting other teams to do legwork for. When why don't we go out and do it? They've got the people to do it, so go out and do it. I mean, it's so frustrating. It really is so frustrating, and like I don't get it. It's the second time in 3 years we've qualified for Europe, so again that should bring more revenue. Adidas now as a worldwide brand, shirt-wise, should bring more revenue. We brought out that many kits last season. It was ridiculous. We brought out that much training kit. It was ridiculous. It's so like how much more are you wanting to do? And us as fans are doing our bit by buying the shirts, buying the training kits, buying tickets, doing whatever. Now Darren Neal's last summer said this summer was going to be the biggest summer at Newcastle United, and nothing happened. So why are we? Where's the explanation? And yet we direct our football after years leaving. We've heard nothing from the club as to why he's leaving, other than apparently him and Howe didn't get on, which was possibly the same reason Dan Ashworth left. Now, it says to me that if Eddie Howe wants control, Eddie Howe needs to evolve. He needs to evolve as a manager and realise that this day and age, very, very few clubs have managers who sign players. It's always the director of football. It's things need to evolve, and people need to evolve, and us as a club needs to evolve and get over the fact of what we were. We're not that now. We've just won a cup this season. We've qualified for the Champions League again. We've got to start having this big club mentality about it, because at the minute we don't feel like that. We feel like at times that we're still the bridesmaid, and that they'll prefer to go to Man U than Newcastle. Well, yeah, they will if they put bids in for players, and we don't put bids in for players. If we put a bid in for Cunha, who knows? He may have been a Newcastle player. I'm not saying he would have came, but go and have a go at him because he's a player that would have improved our squad. It's just baffling, and I'm a bit frustrated. I know I shouldn't be because there's not a transfer window happening in 10 days' time or whatever, but I don't know where the progress is this season, because we should have had a plan going into this season. We knew was it March we were going to be in Europe this season, whether it be Champions League, Europa League, Conference. So then we should have been thinking about European-style players for this season. And it just seems to me that there's not a plan there. I don't know why. I would have thought that we would have signed at least one player this window, and we would have had a bit more balls about it to say to players like Wilson, it's time to jog on, rather than discuss a new contract for her. So I'm a bit disappointed at the minute. That's what I would say.
Mm-hmm. The longer we don't get any signs through the door, the more likely we'll panic buy, and I certainly do not want to panic buy. Eddie Anderson went to Forest and improved their squad significantly. We signed Vlachodimos, and he hasn't played much. Yep. The games Vlachodimos did play, it wasn't bad. Yep. Absolutely. I'm up to. Good evening, Philip. Hope you're well. No signs until the proper window opens July the 1st. I wish we kept Carries the Champions League experience. Even the lads, what is it with Man U getting Newcastle signed targets? It's so annoying, really. Could be keeping well now. Absolutely crazy how Callum Wilson is in talks of a new contract. Need to move on. Exactly. Juventus have had lower revenue than us. AC Milan only get 20 to 30 million more than us. Need to spend in Europe, and we get new sponsorship now. We have Champions League. We can surely spend 170 million this window. I agree.
Thank you, Julie. Thank you, Julie. Because Julie got rid of you know who.
All right.
It was Julie. I thought it was you, but it wasn't. It was Julie. Thank you.
Okay. Cheers.
Yeah. How you doing, Sharky, by the way?
I'm doing all right.
Good to hear, man. Good Peter and Pete. Chelsea cannot keep getting away with it. Absolutely. Exactly. Cover the offered 120 million for Primark. Where's the Miggy? Chelsea had years and years of Europe and make decent money from selling youngsters to the revenue a lot higher. Absolutely.
Yeah. The thing is,
if that's the case, why are they still selling hotels to themselves, and why are they getting shirt sponsors? Because the money's running out eventually. It can't keep going.
Exactly.
Remember a couple of years ago, Chelsea had like 80 players out on loan. Yeah, how can you have 80 players out on loan?
We definitely need that big club mentality. Absolutely, he shouldn't be managing the transfer window. I agree. We need Champions League quality players if we are to progress as a mega top club. Absolutely, Philip. Well, let's see if someone now has a certain moan. Here we go.
Oh, it's the time of the week for Mason to speak. Yes, Mason will have his say. He'll rant and rave, his opinions we crave. Mason, what's on your mind? So everyone hush your tones. Oh, it's time, yes, it's time. Now's the time for Mason's moan.
Go on, Mason. I think I know what it's about.
Mason, what's on your mind?
Right, I think Sharky may have to jump on this, and then Lewis as well.
Yeah.
With regards to obviously my hometown team, Gateshead, which I tend to go every time.
Oh my God.
What are you laughing at?
I said you months ago that this takeover wouldn't happen, and ever since then
It's
you
not-
were like, it's
It's
happening,
not
it's
about
happening.
that, man.
It's not about the takeover.
No, I'm saying though that you could see that Gateshead were on a bit of a decline, right? And it's just junk.
Right, so obviously for what has happened this week, the Gateshead. Obviously it was announced on Monday that Magny resigned, and then on Wednesday fucked up the Shields. Not surprised because it has been rumoured. Good evening, Thomas Boyle, if you're watching. In the know twat. But yeah, I mean, that was coming. And obviously for what's happened with fucking FIFA, which was surprising to me, to be honest. I didn't know if that was surprising to the train Shag and Sharky.
Do you know what? Like, with I'm just leaving. Like, I just don't think it was ever like the right fit. Like, Gateshead's been on the decline for a while, and it kind of pains us a little bit because for someone who watches Gateshead from time to time, not as often as you guys go, but like there just seems to be nothing in place like to progress. To ever want to get into the football league, and every time Gateshead look close, they just kind of financially pull it off. And I've mentioned this before, even in our group chat, like they go for all these loanies and they're not Gateshead players, do you know what I mean? And then they just go off elsewhere, clubs will buy them off. And Gateshead will always struggle, and I'll be honest with you, it's going to be a relegation battle in the new season. I can't see anything but and where they go from here, because one, they haven't got a manager. I can say that the players that they've got on the books, are they really going to get Gateshead into the top six? I don't think so, if I'm honest. Obviously, they've got the whole ground issue as well, and there's just so many problems at our football club that need addressing. And is it going to be a quick fix? I don't think so. Which again, will just set them back. So like it's a shame what's happening, but you kind of blame for certain like players leaving, managers, like it's a mess really, and it's something that they're going to have to sort out over time.
Yeah, but this is I said this to one like David, who sits behind us as well. If you know him, who I'm on about, Shark.
Yes.
Like I've been speaking to him as well, and I think this could be it for Gateshead. I think this could be it for Gateshead. I think we're going to get relegated, unfortunately, next season. We can't buy anybody. That means we can't sign anybody on loan because we can't do with FIFA. And I think it's going to be a relegation battle. I think we might not even win any games next season, unfortunately.
But can I just jump in as well and say, for Gateshead, that they're not even operating on a National League budget. You know what I mean? They're a National League club, / North club, like 6th tier club, punched above its weight. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're operating full time, but you just wonder how they operate full time with very little, coming through the club. And, if it wasn't for, the volunteers and trying to pull the club together, then it would be probably in a worse situation. Like, you thought there was a way out when, they got promoted with Mike Williamson, but it just seems like at the minute it's gone back to square one. And, you want a way out for them, but it doesn't look very good at this moment in time.
Well, Mason, you've put some stuff in what could be coming out of the club, so if you want to bring it up.
Right, this was said 11 o'clock on Wednesday night from the chairman. Firstly, I would like to address the issues related in the press this afternoon, which was Wednesday afternoon. We do have a situation with FIFA related to a previous transfer from several years ago. It was Harrison Clark from Livingston. It's been reported. This issue has been going on for some time, and as far as myself and other directors were concerned, the matter has been resolved. However, we were informed today as FIFA registration ban that covers both domestic and international transfers have been imposed against us. Once I became aware, I contacted FIFA over the matter to identify what needs to be done to rectify and lift the ban, and we should have resolved swiftly. This will not impact any planning we have in place with both manager and player recruitment. We are working tirelessly to reorganise and restructure the football club from top to bottom, so we can continue with building the team on and off the pitch for next season. Part 2. Following the departure of Carl Magnet's first team manager at South Shields, we have been inducted with applications with a range of calibre and experience. We are currently vetting them as an ongoing process, and we will be assessing these applicants over the weekend so we can shortlist those of interest for the interview early next week. We hope to be in a place to appoint the new manager by the end of next week. I would like to take the opportunity to confirm the departure of Luke Clark as head of recruitment, who has went to Shields, by the way. We thank him for his valuable assistance over the last few seasons, as well as thanking him with the help as we transition to a new structure and look to move forward. Just to go on the managerial situation. It ends today. Apparently, there's been 40 applicants, ranging from EFL to National League experience. His role as part-time, but his work ethic and experience has been invaluable to the football club and has made his stamp via the quality of players he identified for us. He provided the club with a dedicated scouting network alongside support from David Bujara, who was what Shola does, what Amiobi does in Newcastle. To support our growing recruitment structure, Luke will still be helping us in the background during his transitional period. Lastly, regarding our club departures, we wish our club doctor Ross Floyd all the best for his hard work over the years as he departed for personal reasons. If anybody watches the Lasses, that's the club doctor. That's the doctor who does the Lasses as well.
Mm-hmm.
2 more. I do apologise, but I thought I'd Ross has supported the club since our return in the last league, and will support the club in recruiting a new club doctor. We are in discussions with the players indicated in our retain list, as well as in discussions with others to build a competitive squad for the forthcoming season, and we are confident that this rebuild will produce a competitive squad. Off the pitch, there's an ongoing review of our backroom setup, with which we are well underway. With this in mind, I would like to take the opportunity to confirm the return of Mike Coulson as our general manager. Mike is no stranger to Gates FC, having held a variety of key roles in over many years and stints at the Heat, not less over the last season supporting my football administrations. He has been in and out with the Gateshead Mike Coulson because he had to spell it live. He'll work with Simon Johnson, one of the coaches with overseeing football operations, make sure we deliver what is needed so that the lads can do their bit on the pitch, as well as strengthening and building Gateshead ladies, which will see closer ties to Gateshead College. Work continues with full review of all producers and practices to that the club can support the new manager when they are appointed. Last one. We are also in the final stages of planning pre-season fixtures, which are all done, which have all been confirmed. One of them is Blythetown. One of them is Blythetown. And this should be released in the next few days. It was done yesterday. In the next few days, once the final few clubs confirm, we'll then post out a full schedule with relevant ticket information. Along with this, we hope to have our season tickets, prices, structures, blah, blah, blah. There are still many chances that lie ahead, but I am thankful to the many people who have offered assistance, which make those challenges less daunting. I am to make regular updates when this time is appropriate, and thank you all for your patience, which other chairman did not do. I am sure we will come together in true Gateshead style and make the club the club to be proud of. And by the way, the previous chairman, I've said it numerous times, is Shag and Charlotte Potts.
Okay.
Penis, chairman.
What?
So do you think that's
Lewis Shaw? Oh, sorry.
So that's worrying by the sound of it. What's come out there?
Yeah.
I just think, like, for Carl Magny, he's probably giving it a go, right? And he's thinking, right, I'll see if I can drag them through and try and, keep Gates in the playoffs. He's obviously struggled. It's become embarrassing, really, like how they just slipped out in the second half of the season. But he's probably assessed what's happened, and he's thinking, maybe I'm probably better off as a number 2. So now that, he's gone to South Shields as a number 2, it maybe might help him in his development to think, I had that challenge at Gateshead. I'll be a number 2 for a bit. Maybe I might grow more in confidence and then go from there. Do you know what I mean? It might not be the be-all, end-all for him. Maybe he's got to go Gateshead just the right time when it's all sort of unravelling.
Mm-hmm.
It's gone tits up with Gateshead, really, hasn't it now?
What Gateshead need is a total restructure from top to bottom, which is what he's talking about. And you have to get things right at the top before you move down to the bottom. You need the right players in the club as well that want to play for Gateshead and want to get Gateshead up the table. At the minute, doesn't look positive, but like I say never. If you can get things sorted out quickly, then you never know. They might have a fighting chance, but at the minute,
it's very slim.
You struggle to see Gateshead stay up.
Yeah, but I've seen the fixtures for Gateshead.
And I've looked at them. I've looked at those fixtures and I'm thinking, well, that's not going to help you in the National League. Like, there's not even a National League club in there that you can competing with. Like, there's no like AFL club, that can compete with. To think, well, you know what, we'll test ourselves against a League 2 side just to see what we can do. You're not helping yourselves, or they're not helping themselves as a club playing lower league opposition. Do you know what I mean? I get the whole fitness side, but you want to challenge yourself.
That's it. Anyways,
right, I've got the pre-season lineup who they're going to be playing. On the 8th of July, they're going to be playing Hebburn Town away. On the 12th of July, 12:30, they play the Great Mosh down the road. You know how that is. On the 19th of July, well, if anybody who's dumb enough not to think it is Sunderland, Blythe Town away on July the 19th. Dunstan away at the Snake Haces, the 26th of July. Spennymoor away on Dunstan 26th of July on a Saturday away. Disney Hearses about. Spennymoor away 29th of July, and the last pre-season game up to date is on August the 2nd when they play Dalton.
That's what I'm saying. Like, when you read those fixtures out, you need to tell me if there's anyone there that's going to make it better for next season. That, if they pull a squad together and you're playing sides that are actually lower than Gateshead on the pyramid, it's like, is there anything that we should look on? Do you know what I mean? Then when they're playing the likes of York and playing the likes of Rochdale and they end up getting beat, it's a bit of a reality check.
That's it.
Do you know what I mean? So that's what it's going to be for Gateshead.
Absolutely. Well, I'll say.
Sorry.
No, go ahead, Mason.
I was going to say that the caliber of opposition that looks interesting is obviously the Mackhams at home, Spenny away in Dalton. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Sharky, I'll get your thoughts on the possible new contracts for Wilson and Ruddy, and Gillespie's already been given an extension. I do not get it at all.
So I've already been honest with you in the group chat, and I'll just say it like live now. But Wilson, like, it's one of them, isn't it? Like, yes, he should go, but if the club are going to give him a contract, whether he deserves it or not, we can't do anything about it. Do you know what I mean? Like he can only be an impact sub for like your last 15, 20 minutes. As you mentioned, he can't do it anymore. He's not the Callum Wilson that he was when we first signed. Do you know what I mean? He's been a great servant to earn that. But I'm at the point now where, if we can get a couple of strikers in, and then you've sort of got them down the pecking order. But, we're going to need strength and depth for the Champions League. And, we're still going to have to play the Carabao Cup. We're still going to have to play the games in the Prem. We're still going to have to play the games in the FA Cup. Do you know what I mean? So you cannot rule out that we can go on the cup runs as well. And it's going to be a long season. You've got 2 games a week. And, it's going to be relentless. So you need as many players as possible. And I do agree, like, if I had it my way, I would let Wilson go. But I can see what the club are trying to do, and maybe Eddie Howe just wants to keep him back, just to say, listen, but pays you play, and we'll see what we do with you. But you're probably not going to get the game time that you want. But then, it's with us as a club at the minute, we don't know what we're doing. Like, we don't know whether we're going to bring this player and that player in, and then all of a sudden something falls through, and then we're back to square one. And what we can't do in the new season is rely on Isak, because, like you say, we're running him to the ground. He's getting injuries, and if he gets an injury, right, and we're relying on Callum Wilson and Asula, I'm concerned, because even Asula, like, yes, you'll have your opinion that he's still new to the club and that, but is he really Premier League quality right now? I don't think he is. I think he's a Championship footballer at best at this moment in time. I think he needs a loan spell. I do.
Chippas, you're a cunt.
I do. I just.
No, he sent that in Tony's group chat.
Oh.
Got you, greedy.
Then he said
I think
that.
I think
Create the cop out.
I think Asula's got like plenty of potential, but I do think we need another striker. Like,
we do. I believe we do.
But on the sort of a caliber of Isak, like someone who can get with 15 to 20 goals a season. We're going to need that, when we're playing Champions League football. If we want to be ambitious and continue to stay in that top 6, we're going to have to, because do I trust Asula and Wilson if Isak's injured? No, I don't. Mr. Bean.
I mean, let's go Mbeumo, right? To me, that's the one we should move on completely. Brentford are asking well over the price for him, and he's wanting 250k in weekend wages. So I think that one should be moved on immediately, because there's no way. I mean, Brentford have already turned down a £50 million bid. They're looking at around about 70-80 million from now.
They're gonna have to, if Man United want Mbeumo, they're gonna have to push the boat out, whether they like it or not. At the end of the day, if you want Mbeumo, if you're ambitious, you sign for Newcastle, who are in the Champions League. It shouldn't be down to money. You've got enough money.
Falling off a cliff.
He's got enough money. What's on? 45 grand a week. Well, at the end of the day, you could double that. You can get 90 to whatever. I think as a club, sometimes we do need to break our wage structure, because, if we're paying Isak 120 grand a week and he sees that Mbeumo could be getting 240, 250 grand a week at Man United saying, hat on, I'm doing all this for Newcastle. I'm only getting 120 grand a week. I'm probably one of the world's best strikers, probably one of the best in Europe, and yet he's only on that wage. Do you know what I mean? He's probably thinking, I could do better.
Deserves more. Absolutely, definitely deserves more.
Jackie, there you can, Jackie.
Looks nothing like me.
Absolutely, but yeah, Mbeumo. But the fact is, Mbeumo could go to Man United and says, "Do you know what? I'll just not bother playing. I'll just be there for the cash." And Man U could still have another shite season.
I think what we need to be more ruthless as well when it comes to transfers. If we see a deal there to be done, just get it done, rather than haggle over, like, say, 5 million or whatever. And you know what I mean? It is really annoying, because, like you said, Delap, 30 million. A deal could have been done, but you don't know whether Delap wanted to sign for Chelsea, and that was his preferred move. We don't know.
Destination Chelsea. But the fact is, he's not going to be first price. Does he get ahead of Jackson? I don't know.
Well, the way Jackson's been playing for them, he's probably got a chance.
Jackson's shite.
That's what he's got half a chance. He has. You don't pay 30 million for him and not play him.
Yeah, definitely. Hey, Martin's in the chat. Hope you're keeping well, Martin. Good to see you. Hope everything's okay with you.
Sorry, Mason. What do you say?
Would you take a Langer?
Oh, absolutely. Like, we should have went for him in the January. We should have got him over the line. Deal done.
One of them has been linked to the shot. That's Munoz from Fulham, but they're quoting 50 million.
Shite.
We got linked with him in the January, then we got linked with him last summer, but who Who?
Apparently, you can't break wages as your turnover to wages ratio is too high. That's a good point there, Martin.
Got linked with the Fulham lad as well. I'm not too keen on him. I'm 50 million. I think you need to sort yourselves out.
Exactly the reason we didn't sign him. Well, we can't go above Isak's new contract offer of 2K a week. Yeah, there you are. SBL, Stefan says your wages revenue is an issue. Yep. And I can't believe.
The thing is, well, that's Stefan Bolton. I don't really believe much what he says because what is an FFP expert? How do people? There's no such thing as an expert on FFP because it's
well, there you are.
It just seems to me that everybody just has different rules for different strokes for different folks, doesn't there?
There you go.
To be honest with you, Man United, they're just abusing it anyway. Like Chelsea, they're abusing it.
He's definitely broke FFP.
It's stupid, really. But it's stupid how we can't flex our muscles and spend what we want, which we have the money for. But the minute we do something, it's a problem. Or Aston Villa, for example, the minute Chelsea do it, or Man United, don't worry about it. We'll sort you out. And loads of debt. Do what you want, but we'll find a way of. It's for me, it's wrong.
Bakioka's a player I'd have as well.
Hey, speaking of him, apparently Bournemouth won him.
Oh, well, interesting. We should be all in there. Right,
that's what I'm saying. I'm no disrespect to Bournemouth.
Exactly.
No. It tells you if Bournemouth can be more ambitious, that tells you there's problems.
Exactly.
Bournemouth.
Well, it's over an hour gone. You know what it's time for?
Dick pics.
Here we go.
Chippas with cock jokes on the brain. Mason has his swamp tails and the bluest with his rings. And he's there at hot dogs, still scared. And surely a safe grog. 43 quid at Arsenal for a drooping cock.
Mason creating off worry. Let's go Bolton, man. Let's go Bolton, man. No.
Chippas house. You, Mr.
With his trains, is that hot dog still snap? I'm sure it's take for ball. 93 quid Arsenal for a half, but drooping cock.
Martin says, man, you want abusing
it.
I know it doesn't include the debt. That's it.
Chippas, the boxing tonight, is that from Newcastle?
It is.
Trust me, I hate Man United, but PSR is on turnover. Yeah, that's
the
true.
thing is, PSR should be based on debt as well. That's the only way it's going to be fair. And they're being bankrolled on billions of debt.
I reckon Newcastle in so much debt, they'll be all over it. Do you know what I mean? Oh, no, we can't do anything about it. But the minute we look ambitious, sorry, guys, you can't do that. I don't get it.
Right. I think I've counted about 20 picks for tonight.
Ooh.
Here's your first one. Well, here's your first one.
Ooh. It's juicy.
Double bacon cheeseburger at Avro FC for $6.50.
Yeah, I'm all over that.
Minus the greenery, I'd have it.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm all over that.
Cabbage.
It's a great start.
Nice.
Cabbage, no lettuce.
Fair enough, yeah. Go on then.
Get a bit of sauce in there.
Yeah, that's right. Just sauce. More ketchup for me.
No, brown sauce, man. The burger.
Barbecue sauce.
Okay.
Oh, lovely.
Next one.
Hate that. Oh, fuck. What? Is that mint sauce? What the hell?
It's not mint sauce, it's gravy.
That's
gravy, like. It looks like green. Sick.
It's very dry.
Steak pie, chips, peas, and gravy at Guiseley FC. It's only a $5.
But it's got green gravy on it.
You could add more gravy to it, to be fair.
No.
No.
I'm going to say yes to that, actually.
Oh, God, Pete, man.
Nah, I'm not.
The gravy's green. How can you say yes to that? It looks like slime.
Okay, next
Looks
one.
like something off the fucking Ghostbusters.
Fair enough. Next one.
Sorry, Mason, what was that? That's what Mason was just doing, wasn't it?
Loaded popcorn chicken and a Birra Moretti at Spiz. In total is
What?
$10.95 for that.
What's it loaded with Daniel Levy's cum?
Oh!
Chippas.
Honestly,
Oh,
cum, that's how much that you get. And he sat down, he's back home and away. Good eye, mate.
That's oh man, that was brilliant.
Oh,
I don't think I'd pay that price. Just for, the Moretti might cost a lot more.
You do know that's London prices up, Peter.
Well,
Yeah.
it's true. I'm going to say no to that.
what's all the stuff in it? It's like obviously there's semen, but what's all the like stuff on the side of the bowl? Is that sauce or something or what? I don't know. It's only popcorn chicken. It looks a mess.
You know what? Like I need to act like I'm there. I probably, you know what? I'd have it.
Right,
Nah.
next one.
I've got standards. What is
So
that?
now you brew.
That's in
Haggis
Scotland.
pie
Nah.
and Iron Brew. Yes, it is Iron Brew.
Because I do a lot of Scottish games, I actually would.
Who puts them in
Same
cups like that?
No, they
Same
do.
for
Like I go to a lot of Scottish games, and that's what they do in every ground because of the fans chucking like bottles and stuff.
Right, so
Amazing.
haggis pie and Iron Brew. It's saved at Ross County.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
Oh, but it's £7 for that. I mean,
What?
£7 just for a small
No.
pie and a small drink. I don't
Nearly
think I pay that.
$3.50 for a bloody bloody little thing of Iron Brew. Fuck that. You can buy a couple of bottles for it.
No.
That's too, it looks nice, but that's too pricey for me.
You see how
I
small
like-
the pie is?
Yeah,
I like
exactly.
haggis. I like haggis.
But you could have more than one pie there, Lewis. You see the size of
Well,
it?
see, you said one time, Shocky, you can't go to Scotland without having Iron Brew.
Exactly.
Hey, when I go to Scotland,
Well,
I don't have Iron Brew. I'll stick me water
Well,
and in, man.
I am actually doing a walk tomorrow from Berwick to the Scottish border, so I have to
Oh,
have an Iron Brew.
Fair enough.
I'll be in
Okay,
Scotland
next
on
one.
Monday. Oh, yes. That's wank material, that. Ooh.
Oh, Chippas.
Double cheeseburger at Taunton Town. Oh, it's £8 though.
So what? Doesn't care. He'll give us plenty of pleasure.
You
Scoffing
get that.
Minus the
have,
onions on there.
I would have that.
Fair enough. Bit too pricey for me, so I'm going to say no to that.
Nah, me either.
Not just for a burger. Okay,
Oh,
next
yeah.
one.
Burger. Business. Fucking hell, terrible watery. Jesus.
What's going on with the chips?
Pie and chips at Matlock Town for a £5.
That
How
might
long
be
will the put-
gravy.
Yeah, it's got gravy on it as well.
Are them chips even cooked?
Uh,
And
I'm a
I
little
don't
bit unsure. I'm sorry, like.
I don't like eating with wooden forks.
nah, I wouldn't have that. Looks
Me
rank.
either.
I think them chips are a bit raw to me, so I'm going to say no.
Gonna
to
say,
that.
look at them.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like you still peel them.
No, thank you.
Didn't say what kind of pie it is. It was, which Tom's just popped in there.
Probably like a mince pie or something like that, or a steak.
Mint steak pie, yeah, I would have thought. Right, next one.
Oh, what the hell is that?
The Kenny
That was-
Kitchen.
Chicken loaded cheesy
Nah.
jalapeno nachos at Luton Town for £8.
No.
Nah, I couldn't have that.
That cheese sauce looks far too runny as well.
It'd be
You
like
probably
that.
you get the nachos, you probably just give up.
And that chicken looks dry as a bloody doorstop.
But the name of the name of it's quite cool actually.
That's a no for me for that one.
The Kenny
Wow,
Kitchen.
life.
The Kenny. What the?
Oh yeah, the Kenny Kitchen because it's obviously they call the Grand Kenilworth Road. That's the nickname, the Kenny, innit?
Yeah.
So I'm going to say no to
That's
that. So we can go with that in the bin. Next
Only
one.
Oilers.
Yeah.
Sorry, is that mayonnaise with bloody sausage and chips? What the hell?
Sausage and chips at Luton Town Ladies for £2.
That's not mayonnaise then, is it?
Oh, Chippas.
Hello,
That's
ladies.
so bland as well. Like,
I'd not have mayonnaise with it. It's got to be ketchup for me.
it just looks so bland. Like, you wouldn't even
Yeah.
pay £2 for that.
Well, I don't know what that person's doing at ladies' match with that sausage. Ooh.
Oh, God.
Chippas.
Put mayonnaise
yes or
on
no?
it. No.
No thanks.
It's only
Even them
£2.
chips
I
don't
think
look
that's
good.
a bargain.
I know, but still. That's a kid's
That
meal.
sausage looks like that
Big
sausage looks
kids-
like a deformed thumb.
Do you know what? The sausages look like the frozen ones, aren't they?
Look. 2 cents. Can't get. Look, there's a sausage.
Oh,
Looks like a thumb.
Okay, next one.
Oh god,
Oh,
it's gotta be a hot
jeez.
dog. Whoa. Breaking the bread. That's like when
Hot
you cook
dog,
on
Karpaty Lviv. It's in Ukraine for $1.70.
It's gonna be explosive then, isn't it? Someone's cock's gone through a condom. That's what
It's Lewis just when he's on a train.
oh
It's like-
Lewis just when he's on a train.
like
I hate I hate you for
Nah.
It's not bad.
do people always hold the hot dogs that high when they're eating them? Because I certainly didn't.
that.
It's like it's like holding a pint. It's miles away from you.
Do you know what? No. I'm going to say no.
Yeah.
to that.
No.
Okay,
Wanna
next
sit on me,
one.
Just sit on me dog. It's another one. Ooh. Oh,
You get
really?
your hot dog sausage in a burger bun.
Bratwurst at Raenia in Mendorf. It's in Germany. It's only $2.50.
I would.
I thought you were gonna say some Joseph Fritzl's. Jesus, nah.
The price is reasonable as well, like $2.50, because it would be a lot more.
Yeah, do you know what? Yes, I'm going to say yes to that.
Yes, but it looks like
Just change up the mustard, like just like barbecue or something, or red sauce, tomato sauce.
You
Look
what?
at
what?
It look a bit odd trying
Sharky,
to
why the hell do you call ketchup red sauce?
because that's what it
That's
is.
what I want. Red sauce.
Do you know what? Though,
Yes, going for me.
it would look
Right,
a bit
next
odd
one.
deep throating it though, like wouldn't it? Ooh.
Oh, next one.
But to be fair, when I was younger, I can remember getting green ketchup and purple ketchup from Heinz.
Sorry,
remember
green
green
and
sauce,
purple
yes.
ketchup.
Yeah, can you
What the
remember?
hell?
Oh, yes, I remember those years ago. Next one.
Oh, it's dry.
Yeah, I agree.
Tenders and fries at New England Revolution. That's a tenner for that as well.
Oh my god!
Nah,
It's
no thanks.
Fossilized bollocks.
Fuck
No.
that.
No,
There's
Oh,
not even enough.
yes.
There's not even enough on the tray there to even be worth £10. Though.
No.
Look
That's
how
shame. That's shameful. That.
Do you know what? I think that deserves a.
Fuck off!
I was gonna say rip off prices.
I think I'd
Straight in the bin, that.
So yeah, that's a definite no for that
Straight in the bin with your money back.
Mm-hmm. Are you enjoying that, Mason?
What's he deep throating?
He's having a drink.
I'm having a drink. I'm having a drink.
Okay, next one.
Oh dear.
Oh, why would you put ketchup with gravy?
There's no ketchup on there.
There is
There is?
ketchup.
On
There
the
is.
chips.
I would say that's gravy. Large meat potato.
No,
No.
that's not
That's
gravy.
red. That's
It's
sauce.
red.
No, there's definitely says it's got ketchup in it. That's saved at AFC Walkington for a $5.
Nonce tactics that like putting ketchup in.
Do you know what? I'm gonna have that. Yes.
No.
No, you don't.
That gravy
Nah,
looks
that's like,
honking and all.
I'm gonna say yes to that. I would have that.
No.
Plenty of gravy on the pie. Why not?
then but there's ketchup as well.
It doesn't look like ketchup.
There is ketchup on the chips.
It's hard to tell. It's
There is. It's red.
It's red.
okay. Next one.
So as red as Craig Tinkler's face at the minute. Mason.
Fair enough. Right, next
Cheeky
one.
cunt. Fucking hell, man.
Jesus.
Another pie.
Oh,
Steak pie, chips and gravy at Hungerford Town for £6.
with a smashed fork.
It's a
Because it
week.
looks like the rest of it's missing.
I'm sorry.
Bro.
I'm sorry, but that is shameless. Like, you just wouldn't buy that for £6.
What's
Looks
up with
dry as anything as well.
The chips look like they've been had half a tan and half a not. It looks like when you go on the sunbed, you only go and tan the top off of your body. You don't have the bottom half tanned.
Look at the pie as well. Like,
It's like lonely. It's like I need some
Do
company.
you know what? Nah, I'm going to say no to that.
you would pay £6 for that.
No.
Ah.
Nah,
Sorry, if it looks like I'm looking up on the screen, so I've actually got you on the TV. I've just got it on silent and I've looked back at the.
Okay, next one.
Ooh. A half-eaten burger.
Cheeseburger and chips at Buxton FC for £4.
As long as the burger's not
Again,
half-eaten.
it's dry. Dry.
Do you know
Like,
what?
put something,
Looks
put,
nice. I'm going to say yes to that one.
Yeah,
put something on the chips.
I'll have like
Brown sauce.
Just put something on the chips, for goodness sake. It just looks bland.
If it has ketchup on, yes, I'll have that. Okay, next one.
salt and vinegar on the chips.
Next one. God almighty.
Oh,
Easy on the salt and vinegar now.
God.
It's
Oh,
Chippas' dog.
It's a hot dog at Wembley.
No. But was this?
You can't tell that Wembley, Charlie.
Fucking when.
$13.50 as well.
That needs a Billy.
That definitely deserves a big.
Fuck off!
Lewis, have you sat on that, mate?
Can I ask as well, what's going on with the sauce? That's terrible. Look, it's dry as anything as well. Oh,
Lewis, did you sit on that thing about the fat controller?
No.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah.
No way.
Lewis,
what's it on it? Chips to the top. Oh, go for them.
No. Right, next one.
Lewis did fuck that shit.
Ooh, that looks good.
I'm definitely
Double
gonna have one.
cheeseburger and chips. It's at Folkestone and Victor. It does cost £10 for that, though.
I don't
Yes.
That's good though. I mean, you pay for meat, aren't you?
Yeah.
I suppose it's a double cheeseburger. Do you know what? Go on then, yeah. Go
At
on.
the
well,
end of it,
yeah.
it's worth £10 for a cum at the end of it.
Go on then, yeah.
When a man loves a burger, can't get out of my head.
Okay, next one.
The bacon looks a bit thingy though.
Next one.
That is
Oh,
awful.
ham and cheese panini.
No thanks.
I'm Man United.
Where's the cheese?
How did you know, Lewis?
I've seen it on Facebook.
That looks
Yeah.
like that looks like raw bacon.
It's raw ham. It'll be raw ham.
But where's that Costco
Man
FC?
United.
Newton Heath.
Costco FC, that, but not Man United.
£7 for that as well.
That's terrible.
They don't seem to be cost cutting on the spread. Like, Jesus, how much they put on?
I think that definitely deserves a massive.
Fuck off!
There you go.
It's
Stephen
that's
Hawking.
dry as it's as
What did you
dry
say,
as a sand.
Mason? Because it sounded like you underwater.
It's as dry as the sandpaper
Stephen
I
Hawking.
wank off with.
What?
What?
It's as dry as the sandpaper I wank off with.
What were you saying, Mason?
Dry as Chippas' inbox from Stephen Hawker.
It's not that dry. It's just
Okay, next one.
Just got to pick and choose. Oh, fuck off!
It's a Newcastle.
Nope, that's Jack Daniels pulled pork loaded fries at Notts County for £6.
That's
Oh,
diarrhea in a bowl.
Yeah,
Sol
it looks like
Campbell's
that.
shit.
It looks like that. Yeah.
That is diarrhea in a bowl. I'm sorry, that's disgusting.
Sol Campbell's shit. That.
Jeez.
Horrible.
Sol Campbell shit.
The Notts County legend that is Sol Campbell. I played 45 minutes or whatever for them.
Oh, I don't know. That's a tough one, that one.
No, that's no tough one
Yes.
to put it. Tongue. It's basically like one of them cheap schneid curries you get and you stick it in a bowl.
Do you know what? Yes, I'm.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah, do you
so
know
much
what?
have been
Yes,
sick
no.
at it, just left it. Say, there you go.
Do you know what? No, I'm going to say no at that.
Oh,
Okay.
thank God.
Thank
I'll
God
take it.
for that.
It looks more like
Oh.
a chicken curry than pulled pork.
It looks like
No.
Chippas. It looks like a loose stool, man.
It's like, what?
Chippas is loose stool.
Oh, no,
Oh.
mine's darker than that.
Okay.
God.
2 left.
Oh no, is that a vegan hot dog?
In the bin.
Hot dog at Oxford United.
Get in the bin.
£7 as well.
No.
Yeah, definitely get in the bin.
How can you call it a hot dog? It looks like a cigar.
You could light that and smoke it.
You probably could. Not
Was
that
it the
long,
last thing on the menu or something? That looks terrible, that.
Fuck that shite. That did definitely.
Is that small as well, or is that just because his hand's that far away?
That can have a.
Fuck off!
There you go. Right. No. Right. Last one.
Save the best till last. Oh, Rasmus.
So is that Wrexham?
It is a Wrexham. It's a
How much?
stone baked pizza for £8.
I think they've put some turf on it.
To be fair, that's it. It's still a bit expensive, but I would have that.
Do you know
No.
what? I'd have that. I'd go on yes for me.
Nah,
Stone
I
baked
don't like
pizzas are
stone
lush.
baked pizza. I don't like them.
Stone baked pizzas are lush, nice big, not just like a normal oven, like oven with flames going around it. Hell yeah!
I prefer deep pan ones.
It's a bit burnt as well on the side.
No,
Yeah.
that's what stone bake is. You get a bit.
But it looks very burnt.
That's where's the octopus. But yeah, I forgot to put that on, Tom. Sorry.
Or the octopus.
Yeah, I forgot to put that on. Sorry, Tom.
Wrong
See, the
cookie.
stone baked is like beyond stone baked.
But you know what? I'd have
I
that.
mean, I mean, didn't get us wrong. I understand at Wrexham there's probably a queue because everyone goes there now because they've got since the takeover. But come on,
Well, true.
Oh,
well,
God,
time to get
yeah.
through the comments then.
Oh,
Here we go.
by the way, you could probably get a 12-inch or if not bigger for that price.
You probably could.
Back to me, I'm just gonna get a drink.
Okay. A lot of people think about Tomlin's music. Tom did send us another one. Apologies, I forgot to get back to you, Tom, as well. I just think the original's better than the way what we've got at the moment. Only 20 picks, yeah. Well, again, the season's finished, so it's not going to be easy getting them. That's a Chippas special, yes, for $6.50. Yes, definitely have that. Yes to the burger. I want a burger done a bit more, but no, got a new version. Yeah. No, don't like the chips. No to the steaks, says Philip. There's a frog and it's swimming in the swamp now. Loaded popcorn chicken, no way in hell. Popcorn chick teddy with Chippas jizz. It's a no from me. No. Yes, I'd have that. Yes. Pie and fish and chips fleshlight. Hell yeah, pie and grinders. Imagine Bakayoko go to Bournemouth instead of the tune that's a head and hands moment. I love Bakayoko. Yes, 100%. Total double beef cheeseburger. Yes, I'd have that. You can't go to Scotland without getting a gummy blowy either. Says Wacky. Looks more like mint sauce and gravy. No. Pie, raw chips. No. What kind of pie? Very pale chips. He didn't say what the pie was. Proudlock pie chips, gravy. No thanks. Don't look proper cook. That is that a chip or a snai? No, it looks a mess. That no. Loaded cheesy chicken jalapenos. No, that's Mackham's spunk, not cheese. Oh Jesus. Love a sausage. Yes. No. Luton sausage chips. Me or no thanks. Need to have tomato sauce instead of mayo. It's probably beef sausages in Luton. Yes, for 170. No, they can keep that. The semicircle snack pack. No thanks. Ukrainian hot dog. No thanks. Choo choo. Benchy special. Yes, yeah. I'd have that. Germany. Yes. Hot dog, sausage, mustard, bun. Yes, I'd actually have that. I have munchies, so yes. You love bratwurst, but can't have mustard. But can't have mustard. Got to be curry sauce. Pill ketchup. No to that. Not for that price. Chicken fries. No in health. Fuck off. They can keep that. Clit fucking animals. That's minging. No. Yes, for $5. Walking to meat potato pie, no thanks. No, that's nasty. That's actually a giant pie from the planet Hulk. It's 22,000 meters in diameter. That's blood. Yes. Now, bang average. That pie looks better. Would warm my cock on a cold Tuesday night in Stoke, though. Oh, steak pie, chips, gravy, absolutely Not for that price. Keep that. Yes. American steak pie, £4, decent price. That needs so. Buxton beef cheeseburger. Yes, I would actually have that with tomato sauce. Looks like shit. What's with the camera angle? That's in classy normal 30 inches 52. Yuck. Fifth Wembley hot dog. No one else. Fuck off in the bin with that. No, that looks like jam, not ketchup. Yes, definitely yes. Chippas just came on his pants seeing that burger. Double beef burger, cheeseburger, chips. Yes, I'd have that. Cream from Gail Platt's Minge. Oh, the fuck putting in the bin dry his Chippas' inbox. Bonnie Blue sanitary towel after the OnlyFans gangbang. Oh, I heard she got escorted out of the Chelsea Forest game at Forest. She got kicked out. She got kicked out apparently.
Why?
Oh yeah, I've seen that.
Rap past in that Sonny note. Gary Glitter's backfire. Yes, Prolapse Bowl. They give that a go. Nasty. Notts County Jack Daniels Paul Pogue. No thanks. That's Ted D's also when Chippas hangs out with him. Pierce just thinking of the JD. Well, I love JD. Wacky. Choose his next victim. Flap discharge. Nope. Drier than a nun's chuff. Ton Lobbin. Oh god. Hot dog in no way in hell. Fuck off. Nice. Nope. Rex and pizza, no thanks. Where's the octopus? But yeah, apologies if I got to put that up. Looks like a school project for a volcano. I like pizza, but too plain for me. That's sausage for 13 quid at Wembley is the biggest piss take ever. There's some jokers or Chippas off to Teddy. Chippas loves 12-inch Teddy. I'm off now, guys. Take care. Take care, Philip. Keep them
See you, Philip.
Right then, so let's get into the last.
Yeah, Spurs manager today.
Yeah, that's what I was going to come on to. What do we make of it?
Inevitable.
Yeah. But I'm still shocked because fair enough to finish 17th, but they won the Europa League but qualified for the Champions League and then they sacked the manager.
Mm-hmm.
But you've also got to look at the bigger picture.
Yeah.
That Europa League this season was poor. Look at who made it to the final. Man United and Spurs. They're terrible. Like, what happened to the previous clubs?
Yeah,
you know, like what's happened to, you know what I mean? You get the likes of Leon, you got the likes of, you know, whoever, like, you're doing all right in the Europa League, and then the two worst clubs in the Premier League somehow meet each other in the final, and one of them was going to win it. Do you know what I mean?
What's hilarious, like, Arsenal fans are complaining I've just been sacked by Tottenham because they won the Europa League. But Arteta's still in a job, and he still hasn't won it, and he's still been trophyless for another season.
See, Arsenal are probably like acting like Spurs, like the finances that come with the Champions League. Like,
the fact,
you know,
yeah, exactly. That's why I said Arteta. I don't think we'll get sacked because if Arsenal keep getting the Champions League, that'll please the owners. That'll see them as a success because they'll keep getting the money for it.
And that's been like Eddie Howe. Obviously, he's won with a trophy, but whether he did or didn't this season, if we qualified for the Champions League, that's more than good enough. Like, you know what, we're making. You know, big money. That's what the club needs. Yes,
that's what happened with Arsenal because they've been used to missing out on the Champions League for some time now. The fact is, they're getting back in it.
It's not. You know what? It's not just football anymore. Football is a business. It's about making money.
It is,
and you have to be in the Champions League or Europa League to be making big money to get big signings through the door. And any time that you're not in that Champions League, it's a concern. Like, obviously, Spurs got lucky getting back into the Champions League through the Europa League, but one of them or Man United were going to get in it regardless. I just feel like Daniel Levy's. I think on this occasion, I think he's made the right call, and Ange Postecoglou personally, because I just think he was sort of out his depth in the Premier League. Yes, he put his eggs in one basket, but let's be honest, I think his tactics were awful.
I mean,
he didn't really have a plan B.
Job now.
Thomas Frank.
Apparently, so far the one. Right, I've seen a few reports about the wanting Thomas Frank.
And he deserves it. He's done such a good job at Brentford. He's so underrated as well.
Brentford to go to them.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, if he gets better wages at Brentford, it's Spurs. Absolutely. Projects as well. But the only concern that you have with Thomas Frank is that he doesn't have Champions League experience, but it doesn't matter. Like,
he doesn't.
But he's going into a club where they need strength and depth. They need silence through the door. To clean slate. It's an opportunity for him as well. Like, I think he deserves it, given what he's done at Brentford as well. And, I mean, when Brentford are selling the likes of Buemo potentially for, up to 60 million plus, it just shows you the job that he's done.
Well, yeah.
And when he's taking Brentford.
I think he's done a cracking job with Brentford. He's kept them in the Premier League for a few years now. as well. I think he's done a
Do
cracking
you
job.
not
with them.
think as well, though, the writing was on the wall for Ange Postecoglou, whatever happened, even if he hadn't won the Europa League, he was going to get sacked regardless. The talk was there. I don't think it's a shock. Let's be honest. Let's be real. I think it's, at the end of the day, if you lose 22 games on another season, you're down, you're relegated. That for me is one of the worst in Premier League history, losing 22 games and not being relegated.
Exactly, because the only thing that's kept Spurs up, and Man United as well, is the other teams just being a bit worse.
Well, the three that's come up, obviously it's happened in the last couple of seasons now. Three have come up, the three have gone back down.
It's like
I would
it could
expect
happen
it
the
more
same
from
again.
Leicester.
I think the three teams will come up, will go straight back down again.
Yeah,
I have one hope for one club and one club only, and that's probably Leeds.
Leeds, do you know what they might do? They've got a bit of money, so
That's it. Burnley and Sunderland will probably go straight back down because the goals from class.
Sunderland, well, it looks like Joe Bellingham's on the move out.
But Burnley as well, a bit like your clubs, they'll come in for a season or two and they'll be straight back down.
The fact is, it wouldn't surprise me.
Leeds.
It wouldn't surprise me if Sunderland would have finished bottom next season.
I'm thinking they are going to finish bottom with the Premier League record for the least number of points.
I'm not going to say where they're going to finish, but they are going to be in the bottom three.
They might have the money, but the fact is they've got a FFP, PSR, and the fact is the other clubs are probably a bit nervous to try and break the bank because they'll probably get clamped down with it.
I think Ellen Road as well will be a bit more intimidating for a lot of clubs to go there as well. You don't want to be going there like midweek as well, because you get the Premier League game on, don't you? And in the midweek, and they'll be up for it, and that'll be the difference.
And yes, Mason, we're not signing players like Patrick Bamford that you've quoted before, or Rhian Brewster.
Patrick Bamford was a joke.
I remember when we got linked with Dominic Solanke. What?
Solanke.
I didn't rate him at all. I don't rate him. I'm sorry. I don't care what anyone tells us.
Well, he was a bit of a one-season wonder when he at Bournemouth, but don't think he's done that bad since Spurs.
But I honestly, I think for Tottenham, I think they'll go for Thomas Frank. They'll pay the compensation to Brentford. They'll get it done. Brentford can move on. They can get who they want. And do you know what it is? If whoever goes into Brentford, they're going into a good club, with a good structure in place. Do you know what I mean? And then the Brentford won't be short of offers.
If Thomas Frank was to leave Brentford, who would Brentford could look to come in?
Yeah, I'll tell you what. It's Brentford. I know they're not the biggest club, but they're in the Premier League, so there's a catch already. You know what I mean? They've got everything in place to still be all right. I'm not saying they're going to be, in the top 10 or anything like that, but they've got a good enough team there if they just get a couple of additions in. Do you know what I mean? They've already got an advantage on the three that have already come up. Yes, they'll lose Buemo, but they can replace them.
Wacky says Sean Dyche to Brentford.
He's been at Middlesbrough.
He might keep them up, but I think Brentford can train him a little bit higher.
Steve Bruce.
Apparently, I've read they're going to go for McKenna.
I've heard that, and I've also heard that Sean Dyche could be going to Middlesbrough. I heard that today as well.
Middlesbrough would be quite more sense. I think he would try and at least get them up.
I think that's a good job for him. I really do.
What's with the UEFA points deduction? Oh, honestly, but speaking of this, what do we make that panelists are being threatened of being kicked out of Europe already?
And they can't even get into the Conference League because the owner owns Leon. Then there's a team in the Europa League. No, the team in the Europa League is owned by the team owner, but they finish high in the league. That means they get priority. The team in the Conference League, they finish high in their league, and they get priority.
Tell you what, Brighton will be absolutely desperate for Crystal Palace to be getting kicked out because they've obviously got that little rivalry that they have.
It's called the M23 Derby or the M25 Derby, whatever it's called.
Brighton will be doing everything for Crystal Palace to get kicked out. But in saying that, I think Crystal Palace will find a way. There's no way that they're going to want to. The first time in European football that they're going to want to be kicked out. They'll do everything in their power to make sure that they get it.
He's returning back to Brighton from his loan move at West Ham.
Do you know what? Credit Crystal Palace, how they turned it around, because at the beginning of the season they looked all but down, and then they just second half of the season turned it around.
Did anyone see Cherky's goal yesterday against Spain? Yes, I did. That was a good goal. Cherky's a player I'd go for.
He's been at Man City.
Yeah, he has.
he'll probably
Chippas
go.
is a cracking player.
And Greg Grealish has been left out of the Man City squad for the Club World Cup as well.
Right. There's been rumours of Grealish linked to us. In terms of Grealish, not for me.
No.
Nah, wages are too high as well, and I don't think
Wages
he's
will be too
worth it.
high, and he
Attitude.
hasn't justified his price tag. And plus, Man City want us to pay some of the wages, and I don't know how
But
much.
does Ed Howe want attitude in the dressing room as well, though? Because, we've got such a tight-knit squad that you want to keep everyone together. And if one person comes in and disrupts it, he's not going to stand for it, is he?
No, exactly. That's why I don't want Grealish.
It's got to be the right caliber of player for us to try and, keep us stable and move it forward. You know what I mean? We don't want to go back to the olden days when we had like Michael Owen and that. It all just fell apart.
We don't want those. Now, those players we don't want.
We've had that for too long. And obviously, since Eddie's come to the club, we've looked very good.
Yeah.
I'd rather keep Gordon.
Gordon's a class player. Just when he just has moments, but every
Gordon's
player does.
he's just going through a bit of a rough patch.
He's got an injury, though, hasn't he? He's got an injury.
Absolutely. Right, let's talk about the Cellar Cup, because
we look forward to it.
Atletico Madrid. We know it's just the one game. It's just the one day only this time, but we've got Atletico Madrid.
Hello, Peter. I've not been to any of the Cellar Cup since it's been out. So is this the third year now? Mm-hmm. I was a little bit underwhelmed with the fixtures, if I'm honest. Like the clubs that we were playing, that's no disrespect. It would be great on like a Tuesday, Wednesday night or a Europa League, whatever. But I just wasn't driven. But then when I seen this one, Atletico Madrid, you think, wow.
The fact is you've got our women's team playing up against them as well.
I'm watching both, but honestly, I think
I'll be there for the both games.
I'll be there for both.
No, but that is a fixture, and that's going to give away flavour of what's to come in the Champions League. Do you know what I mean? Like you're going from playing like Fiorentina to Atletico Madrid. Like that's the standard.
And we could get them in the Champions League.
Yeah,
exactly.
I don't know what that as well. And that's going to be Freddie, but who cares? I'm looking forward to that. But me and my
partner, we jumped straight on the tickets. I thought, 25 quid each. We'll get it. I'm in the East Stand.
Yeah.
I'm in the East Stand.
Guess how much mine was?
How much?
£12.50.
Oh.
Concession,
and my dad gets it for free.
Fair play.
But you know what? 25 quid, I'm not going to grumble with that.
I'll tell you what, Diego Simeone's team is, come on, man, you couldn't turn that down. I don't know. But I went on the website. Was it Wednesday night when they went available? Because they went available on the morning, didn't they? And I don't think there was much there in terms of option. I mean, I had to jump on the East Stand there and just pick a couple up. Couldn't say no.
Let's go on a bit on the women's team, because we've now the news that broke on last Friday.
I suppose about the Cellar Cup. So to go, the women, my God, that's an experience for them as well.
Do you know what? Yeah, it is. Speaking of the women, there has been announced of quite a few departures. Again,
you know what it is, though, Peter. That's the club being ruthless, though, saying, listen, we thank you for your service, thanks for your time, but we want to move forward as a club. We want to get into the top division. And, we mean business. There's no sort of restrictions as in the women's league.
No.
Competitive event. So that the owners can flex their muscles a little bit and say, listen, this is what we want to do, this is where we want to be, and this is how we're going to do it, and we're going to be ruthless. Like, yes, I always said all along that it might be a couple of seasons before they get into the top tier, but maybe they want it to be done fast, and they've got something thrown into place to make it happen.
Yeah, absolutely.
And also, if we get promoted from the second division, they won't be able to play at Kingston Park. We're going to have to look at a new ground as well.
So just play St James Park.
So these are the players, because we didn't cover this last week because we were off last week, but 12 players have been released from the Newcastle United women's squad. Katie Barker is one of them. Unfortunately, she's been a great player. She's been a cracking player, helped us get to where we were. Georgia Gibson has been released as well. She's had a cracking career at St James's Park as well. Olivia Watt, who has made a combined of 296 appearances as well. Also, the other players that have been released as well. Amber Keegan-Stubbs, that's the one I'm very surprised with, actually.
There's a consideration she's the captain. I'm surprised at that.
I'm very surprised she's going to be leaving as well. Of course, we know Grace Donnelly has been released. as well as Hannah Greenwood, Rachel Furness,
She's
Ailey
retired,
Andrews,
wasn't she? Furness is
Yeah.
retired, wasn't she?
Sophie Haywood, Daisy Burt, Rebecca Ferguson, and Jodie Bartle.
Again, it's just down to being ruthless, so isn't it? You know what I mean? Like, it's like anything. If you want to achieve the top, and you want to be at the top, and that's where the ownership want to see the women's team, that's just what you have to do. Sometimes at the end of the day, yes, you thank them for what they've done,
Oh yeah,
but you just got to quickly move forward. You know what I mean? It's you are part of the journey, and you'll always be part of the journey. You'll always be part of the future. And
we now want to take
women's
that
team.
step forward to try
Yeah,
and
that's it.
get in the,
That's it.
in the WSL now.
That's what we should be doing with the men's team. So, I mean, you know, we've got players in the squad that, you know, need to be moved on, and we need to be doing that with the men's team moving forwards. But that's easier said than done when you've got restrictions and whatnot. And do you know what I mean? It's a lot more complicated. But in the women's game, they say you got a bit more breathing space, a bit more room to make moves. And like I say, that they obviously want to win the league. That is the primary aim. And when you think the investment that's going into the women's game these days, not just Newcastle, but, you know, it's improving. They want to make things better. For think solely on the club, we want to win that league, and it's hard though when only one goes up and one goes down. I think they need to change the structure a little bit.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's no regulations in that league. There's no FFP or PSR either. So if they want
Exactly.
Not in the women's games, no. Katie
Exactly.
Barker will be a big miss. She's done well. I just didn't think she didn't cut it much in the championship, unfortunately.
But just
But you know,
think,
can I just say something quick? Go on.
Yeah, go on, Shock. You can go before.
I was just going to quickly say, we were paying sort of like championship wages in the third tier, and now we're paying Premiership wages in the championship, like WSL wages. Do you know what I mean? Players are dropping down from the top tier to come play for us because of who we are and what we're trying to achieve. So that's testament to the ownership.
I mean, can we try and achieve that promotion to the WSL next season?
We can. But I wouldn't be surprised if a clutch of players drop down a tier to come play for us because maybe we're offering better wages.
Could do. The fact is, I mean, we finished fifth in the first season. Do you know what? That's actually a good achievement.
It's an excellent achievement.
Fifth place, I think, is a cracking achievement.
But do you know what?
Can I just ask you?
Go on, Mason.
I was quickly going to ask a question because I'm not a big. I watch out for the losses and all that, but I've got an interesting question. If somebody in here, I know Peter does, and the people in the chat, what's going to happen with I know Blackburn ladies have been kicked out now, kicked out the league. What's going to happen with their players?
It probably whoever finished second in the championship might get promoted. That's the only fair way they could do it.
I think. I don't know what's happening. I think. Well, I don't know if Wolves are Wolves as ladies in the same league as well, or are they in a different one because they've been.
No, they're the third tier, aren't they?
I think they're third tier.
Oh, cheers. I thought they were in the second. I thought they were in the second for some reason.
But as we were saying about the women, at least the women who have left said they played in a record that broke the record for the highest attendance in the championship.
There you go. Yeah. All women's teams do mass releases. Also left 15 players. There you go. We finished, but do you know what? Yes, we did finish above, and the double done up for them as well. So I think they can absolutely be hugely proud. Fifth, just for a team that's got promoted. Was it the 11th place that goes down? I think it's brilliant for the Newcastle women. I think Becky Langley has done a cracking job.
She has.
I hope she stays on for so many more years to come because I think she's been absolutely.
But she will, though, because Newcastle women is an attractive football club. Do you know what I mean? It's now on the map, and they want to stay on the map. And in order to try and make us a bit more global in the women's game, is to try and get into the next league. You know, to get to the top division. And that's what they're doing this summer. If they act fast, get the players in, recruit properly, then we've always got a fighting chance. Like I say, fifth, it's fantastic. Like, take nothing away from what they've achieved, but now can we bridge that gap and go one better?
Absolutely, Sharky. Couldn't disagree more. What you told me.
And plus, as well, like I say, there'll be a lot of players that'll drop down and they'll want to play for us not just because Newcastle, but because we're offering better wages. We are probably paying better wages in the Championship than probably a quarter or if not half of the WSL sides.
Mhm.
Yeah, absolutely, totally.
I could be wrong, but from how ambitious we want to be, if a lot of players are dropping down, which I've seen, then we must be doing something to attract these lasses to through the door.
Yeah, absolutely.
So,
And well, plus like up here at Newcastle and that, half an hour you could be in the coast, half an hour you could be in the countryside. Like an hour and a half, 2 hours you could be in Scotland. 4 hours you could be in London. If you want to have a trip to London,
it's going to be a competitive Championship next year. I think we're definitely going to be one of the favourites to, well, hopefully to win the league.
Right, I'm just looking at some of the transfer news in regards to other clubs. According to Sky in Germany, Arsenal have approached Leipzig over Benjamin Sesko.
Apparently you heard about Arteta and said no.
Is that the same system that they'll call Alexander Isak? Because they were thinking that they were getting him.
There has been a definitely departure from the club now that Jorginho has completed his move to Flamengo.
Flamengo.
Probably getting one off the way.
It looks like the talks of Erlanger for us are really starting to heat up. Apparently, Keith Downey's coming out reporting this as well.
I'll take him.
Right, can I quickly just say something about Erlanger? I'm going to probably get shit for this, but I fucking love him. I wanted him last summer, but I was, when they first got rejected, I was foaming because I like him.
At the end of the day, we need squad depth. We need options. When you think we're starting 11, great, but then you look at the bench and you think, what a mess.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just quickly ask a question? If somehow if Gordon does go to Liverpool, would any of you take Hudson-Odoi?
He hasn't been bad since Shining Forest, but is he better than Gordon?
I don't want Gordon to leave. I feel like we'll have to have a very similar replacement to let Gordon leave. I mean, yes, okay, if he pushes himself out the door and he wants to go, we've got no other choice, and fair enough. But
Robert
we shouldn't sell about five.
And I've just seen it as well. Apparently, Arsenal have inquired about former Chelsea goalkeeper Kepa.
If you hear me stay Bournemouth, though, he's playing really well for him.
I think was he not only on loan? He was only on loan at Bournemouth, I think.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He's on loan to Bournemouth. Then probably need to make that permanent, unless they can't afford the wages. But Bournemouth have been in the Premier League long enough now.
$5 million release clause, Kepa.
But Bournemouth have been in the Premier League long enough now to maybe find a solution to pay the wages.
I don't think.
Hang on, they signed him for about 70 million. He's got a 5 million release clause. Who put that in there? Was he the world's most expensive goalkeeper?
He's done really well at Bournemouth, though, hasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Oh, see, Wales beat Liechtenstein today. 3-0. But did you
do you know what it is? I didn't even know that England would play tomorrow. That's how much I've not been keeping an eye on international football.
But do you hear how bad this was? Obviously, Liechtenstein have the same background track as God Save the King. Yeah. The Welsh fans booed it.
They've got plenty of dentists in Liechtenstein as well, apparently.
Well, this in regards to West Ham and Wacky. It looks like John Clare Todibo looks like he's going to be joining West Ham permanently.
Oh, that's a risk. He's got a real attitude problem, I think. I'm trying, I've seen something, was it the last game of the season? I think someone mentioned it on the radio Newcastle. He was just walking really slowly, wasn't bothered.
We were linked with him, apparently.
I think we moved away because of his attitude. I think we've sort of dodged one there.
Apparently, the talks between Man United and Brentford over Mbeumo still continuing. Apparently, the first bid, which was 55 million, was rejected. But
by the way, that's what they were saying about him on the radio. He played a certain game for West Ham, and he just wasn't quite doing it. And West Ham fans were getting frustrated with him. But obviously, the club see something different because they see him every day.
Yeah, apparently Arsenal want this player. They've identified this player as their top target, and that's Real Madrid's Rodrigo.
I've seen that.
Because I'm sure he would swap Real Madrid for winning things for to go Arsenal and win nothing.
No, I'll be whinging about the ball again.
Oh yeah.
You seen Mitchell?
Oh, by the way,
You seen
so the
Mitchell
Premier League we've got a new
Mitchell
ball.
wanted-
It's Puma.
I know.
Yes, I've seen it. Arsenal kept up for Everson. Yeah,
You
he's
see-
returned to his crown club. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You seen
Oh, yeah.
Mitchell wanted Rodrigo from Real. Imagine we got him.
He's a
Fucking hell.
cracking player, to be fair. Like
Mason, we're not getting Rodrigo.
Yeah.
We're just
he
not.
says, it doesn't set his world on fire for
Another.
Hang on.
Chippas and that, but Mitchell did want him.
I mean, apparently he's got a 51. Oh no, I'm reading that another way. Because Arsenal, they're making a move for the Real Sociedad midfielder Martin Zubimendi.
They signed him in
51.
January, didn't they? They agreed everything in January, didn't they?
Mm. But yeah, looks like. But is Rodrigo a right midfielder though, or a right winger?
I think he's a right winger.
He's definitely a right winger. Oh yes, he is a right winger. But the fact is, they've got Saka as well. Does he get ahead of Saka?
What's the odds at Newcastle? I'm going to sign some Bournemouth players in the summer. Love Bournemouth, don't we?
Well, we do, but I'm glad. Kelly,
Semenyo.
you know what? I'm going to praise Paul Mitchell on this one because, we got like Kelly for free and it looks like we're selling them and getting some money for him. Could be up to 20 million.
Do you see what they were saying? Juventus say, "Oh, that's the worst signing that they've ever made." I'm sorry, that's false.
He's
false.
yours now.
No. I'm saying he's not. Like, if you watch what he did at Bournemouth, yes, he didn't get the game time here, and I never understood the sentiment, to be honest. But to say he's the worst player that Juventus have ever signed, that's a bit far fetched. Not when he's only been there 5 minutes.
True, but I'm glad that's a player.
Oh no, I'm glad for the finances. Yeah, fine, fair enough. But I'm just saying, like, the Italian media, they do go a bit over the top.
Well, they do, but it didn't work for Lloyd Kelly in Newcastle, and to get
Made him get the game time.
Well,
wasn't
to get some money for him it could go up to 20 million. I think it's a cracking deal.
Well, you'll be one a new manager, don't it? Because like he's fucked up the AC Milan, hasn't he?
Yes, he has.
The thing is, though, that's what we need to do more often. When with PSR crap was up, we had to do that. Sign players, cheap and selling.
That's the new Premier League football.
Oh God damn!
Don't tell Arteta though. I don't wear that whatsoever. Bring back Nike.
Premier League will be running the fastest season with that Puma. The fact is, if we did get him, we would lose him for a few weeks because of the African Cup of Nations.
AFCON.
Yeah,
I'm amazed that the Premier League didn't agree to deal with like Adidas, like an Adidas football.
Could have done.
More money.
In terms of other news, it looks like Gabriel has signed a new contract with Arsenal.
What, the singer?
Just looking at some other news.
I think if we should do, because we normally do like the Newcastle fixture, what we're going to think, what's the score going to be? I think we should do the England score.
Andorra or something.
It looks like Angel Gomez has agreed in terms with Marseille. That's a player I would have liked, a free transfer as well. But looks like he's going to Marseille for free now.
I just think what's happened is Eddie Howe's, like I say, he's on holiday. He'll come back, maybe it's at the end of next week, and then he'll start drawing things up, like plans in action, to see who we're going to sell, who we're going to bring in. Maybe he didn't want the first window. I think people have looked at it and thinking, oh, we're going to sign someone almost immediately after. I think they've probably read his words like wrong. It was likely that he was going to go abroad because he did mention that before the last game against Everton. Because I asked him like, where you going? He goes, I don't tell you where I go. You know what I mean? I'm not going to have his flight following us. So obviously he's going to get the last game over and done with, go on holiday, the players do what they need to do, come back, and then they'll look at it from there. Because if Eddie Howe's in charge of transfers, which is what's been reported, then as soon as he gets back, maybe not this Monday, but the following one, there you go. Let's get started.
That's it. Right.
Obviously, I think the window is closed, like for another 6 days or whatever it is.
Yeah.
And then you'll be straight on it. Keep the 5th.
Right.
I think closer to the 10th.
Yeah.
Or the 11th.
Close on the 10th, it's back open the 16th.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. So the minute the 16th, once it comes around, I think he'll be straight on it.
There you go.
I do honestly that's just my thinking. Like, you know, I'm not trying to play doom and gloom. Like,
Oh no,
we're not using the first window. That's clear to see. And I think I've seen that coming. Peter, I think I mentioned it in the group chat. I said, you know, I think it'll be the second window, and that's just the way it's going to have to be.
Could be. Just going away from the Premier League, Nathan Jones has signed a new contract with Charlton Athletic because he's got them to the Championship.
He was linked with Cardiff.
He was linked with Cardiff.
Peter, can I just say something here? Ha, 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 fucking ha. You vote. Away from George, just kind of can't use. Look what's just fucking happened. There you go.
Mason, you're like under the washer.
Yeah, be interested to see how Charlton adapt in the Championship.
Because they've been out of it for so
This is
long.
the Cardiff fans.
Mason, you're sticking
Right.
us up.
What about this news? What about
Bruno!
Russell Martin?
Bruno!
Look who I've got, Bruno.
Oh, look who's arrived there. Oh, there's Shoggy's rabbit.
He just thought he'd join.
It's called Bruno.
Archer's a bit late to the party, like he
Right,
always
do
is.
you want to go free? There you go.
Right, what do we make of this news? Russell Martin becoming the new boss of Rangers.
I thought it was going to be
Well,
Gerald.
let's just say that the Rangers fans are not happy with it.
I know.
They're actually fuming.
If Mr. Fleming's still watching, he might have a bit of a laugh at that one.
I think
They could have done a bit better than Russell and Martin, though, couldn't they? Let's be honest.
Mason loves Russell Martin, though.
I might set up a fan club for the Rangers fans if they want one. Come on.
You've already got the Joe Knight one. You're the only person that's in it.
I'll be playing against me next season, anyways. We'll be playing against me next season, so I'm not bored. If any of the fans are watching, you can join the fan club if you want to.
Get back to
I'm
that
still looking for members.
team called Newton Heath. Bruno Fernandes turning down to go to Saudi Arabia. I'm surprised at that.
I'm surprised as well.
Oh, Bruno.
Bruno Fernandes rejected Saudi Arabia.
You probably want to stay at Man United, won't you?
I'm glad he has, otherwise we would have been paying for a signing for the Saudi club.
I'm surprised they've turned that dude to be. He's turned that down, to be honest, because the fact is, and now people will say for Man United, it's probably a one season off for them. I don't think it will be.
I don't.
You know what it is, though? Like, I know you say we'll be paying for him, but if you're Man United right now, how old is he? Like 30, 31?
31.
Do you not just take the money?
Exactly. It was about 100 million the offer, didn't it?
You just take the money and say, listen, like, thanks for your time. You know, you've won the League Cup, you've won the FA Cup, you've won. Well, I was about to say you won the Europa League, you haven't. But, you know, because you had one of his worst games, you know, in that final. But like I'm saying, they should have just took the money and ran. Say, listen, thanks for your time, pal. You have to go. Time's up. I don't think that they're trying to build around for like Fernandes. I don't think he's all that.
He's not that brilliant.
He's not that great, though, is he? He has moments, but they go on like he's the best. He's not.
But the
He
fact
goes
is,
missing in the big games. He goes missing.
He
in
does.
the old game.
He does. Like when you watch him, he's a laugh.
Look, when we played
He's
us,
Thomas Just Fernandes.
Exactly.
He played us up here. He did nothing.
Exactly.
He spends most of the game chasing the referee.
On the floor.
He chases the he spends more time chasing the referee because if a certain decision doesn't go his way or somebody else's way. It's like, what are you doing?
The fact is, I think it'll be another disaster season for Manchester United because the club.
You don't build around him. Man United need a complete rebuild. That club. It does.
The fact is, they are rotten, not everywhere. The whole club, everywhere, is rotten everywhere in that club.
Did you see who they signed last season? Did you see who they signed? Like Xerxes now? Like, come on, man.
I mean, he's not a bad player, Sixty, but still.
Exactly. He's not mad.
Highland kind of hit a bond,
But,
or he's garbage. Him
remember the rules came in. You can't chase the referee. If you do, you get booked.
Well, still.
Yeah, but none of this rules apply by Man United though.
Exactly.
Doesn't apply to Man United though, does it? Nothing applies to them.
Exactly. I mean, it's just
You can't touch Man United. Can't touch them.
Man U
It's
are
go-
going to be in a relegation battle next season. I can see
It's
it
going to
happening.
take
I
them
reckon
years.
Man United. I mean, the Premier League are clearly bricking it now that they've seen Tottenham and Man United near the bottom, and they're going to try and change something, aren't they? Just to try and get them back up there. Of course, they are. They'll find a way. If it's
Man
not,
U are
this
playing
new
out-
season, it'll be the
I
next one.
I have a
Who
sticky
why-
feeling.
Who the fucks want to go to Man United? They've got no Europe. The club's a sinking ship.
Oh no, I agree, but they'll find a way for players to sign for Man United, saying, "We'll give you this, we'll give you that. We need to get back in that top six." Oh, don't worry about PSR and FFP. Doesn't exist.
But
Just
I
exist.
was thinking, as I said, if Man United or one of the additional big six finish in the relegation zone, the Premier League will bail them out and say you can stay in the Premier League.
I just think I find it bizarre and funny how the minute we get a takeover, all the rules start changing.
Oh,
Yeah.
exactly. Because they don't want to see us compete. It's as simple as that. Anyway, unfortunately, we have now come to the end of the show, I'm afraid. But it has been another cracking show, everyone.
Yeah.
Thank
England
you so
score.
much. Oh, I haven't bothered with England score, but we know England are playing tomorrow.
They will still have to.
I'm gonna go 7-0 England.
Yeah, you go 5 now. Done.
7-0 England.
4-0.
I'll take 4-0.
Lewis, can we second? Can he change them all?
Hell no, I'm just going to relax and be
Lewis, can we second?
Hey. But that is, but there you are. That is it for tonight. Thank
Lewis,
you so much, everyone. Thank you to everyone joining. Mason, co-host, those of you. Lewis, Archer, with a very late being. Sharky, good to see you. Chippers,
Yeah, Charlie.
good to see you as well.
Get lost, Mason.
Are you back next week, Chippers?
I'm at work the next 2 Fridays, so it'll be 3 weeks' time.
Okay, and that's no worries at all, unless I've got to change one of them, of course. Maybe for a different day,
I'm
if
off,
something
next,
else.
I'm off next Saturday, so if you change it to Saturday, I'll be
Bruno.
Hey, there he is.
He's also got a good night from him. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, Bruno.
No, but thank you to those in the chat. Thank you so much. And mods, we always appreciate what you do on the channel as well. Thank you so much. Again, we don't know when our next scheduled live show will be next, but do keep an eye out as well and keep an eye out for any pre-recorded videos coming out as well. So here you are. But anyway, guys, remember, if you have enjoyed the show tonight, please do remember to give us the thumbs up. Again, it's really important we get the likes so people know where to find us in the search results. Do smash those likes if you have enjoyed the show tonight. Please, of course, if you're brand new to the channel, if you're not yet subscribed and you enjoy what goes on the channel week in, week out, please smash that subscribe button. It's completely free to do so. And of course, it does help make the channel grow as well. Please hit that bell notification. It does let you know whenever a live show takes place or a pre-recorded video gets uploaded as well. So please hit the bell to make sure all up to date with the content that you do not want to miss at all. If you want to give a donation, feel free. And if you want to become a member, it is 99p a month. Hit the join button to become a member. So, and you will be included in the prize draws, as we mentioned as well. Alessandro Martina with the metal horns. England 2-0 up the blue. I wonder who that one is.
David R.
Is it?
It's not
it could
Bielek,
be.
then.
No, he hasn't been in the chat tonight, so it could be him. Bye, Peter Mason, Lewis Archer, Shocky Chippers, and all take care. Coffee.
Take coffee.
Guys,
Take it easy, guys.
Anyway, guys, that is it for tonight. Again, let's keep the hope that we'll still sign players in this summer transfer window. Let's see, hopefully, that Wilson and Ruddy could still leave the club as well. So, hopefully. But anyway, guys, we'll see you all later. Have a great one and have a great weekend as well. And hopefully we'll see you again very, very shortly. Until then, everyone, take care, everyone.
Good night.
Night.
Away the lads. See you later,
Away the
everyone.
lads.
Away the lads.
Everyone, and see you later.